followers, everyone. Share, share, share. So we're here in Birstall, quiet town. Still real no big update as we speak. As you can see, the police are in this area. Live on Periscope, everyone. So yeah, it was Jo Cox. She has been shot apparently twice and stabbed. She was giving a speech this afternoon about, I believe it was the referendum, I may be wrong there. How many dead? Just, well, nobody's dead. However, Jo Cox is in a critical condition in LGI. All the press are here. So it's a quiet town, guys. Most famous obviously for Joseph Priestley, who discovered oxygen. She's in a critical condition, but there's been no real update as to how she is at the moment. We should hear something in the next couple of hours. But as I say, it's such a quiet town. I live myself personally 2 miles away.
Okay, so we're going to stand in front of here.
This guy here was a witness. He's been telling us how he saw this man. The shotgun that was used twice, 4 or 5 seconds between each shot. The Labour MC Jo Cox. Share with your followers, guys. Share on Twitter, share on Facebook. This is an eyewitness here. I actually heard 5 gunshots myself this morning at 10:32 AM, which is 2 miles away. I wondered what it was. Put it on the Morley Facebook group. Wondered whether this is related or not to this incident. Maybe he was testing the fires out within the gun itself before coming here and shooting Jo Cox. But I heard 5 shots this morning, 10:32 AM, just outside of Gilderson. I posted it straight onto the Morley Facebook group, possibly testing his firearm. As I say, it's a very, very quiet town, as I say, famous for Joseph Priestley. Got all the press up there, BBC News, as I say, they're all here. It's taking a bit of time for a lot of these people to get here, but I would suggest you to watch the replay back. You'll be able to go on to outandaboutproductionsuk.com. Okay.
Like I said before, I saw groups of people running down Market Street, and I was inside with customers having their dinner. We were talking about that. And then we saw these people not only running, they were screaming as well. So that scream was calm, and then another scream higher pitch than the first one. So obviously there's something concerned that they're very badly happened. So we got out, me and the customers, and we saw a man with a baseball cap hitting somebody. I don't know. I never thought about it. I thought probably just domestic violence or fight with his girlfriend or his wife or something. And we turned back, to go back to the restaurant again. and you heard another scream, and somebody shouting. We can't tell what it was. I can't really make out what it was. It's about 30 meter away. And then the guy from Dry Clean tried to restrain him, and he was very rattly, he had some kind of strength in him, this old man, and he tried sort of like to scuffle with him and everything, and tried to restrain him, but he still managed to sort of like, I don't know what he was pulling, or that's what I could see, his hands moving and stuff like that. And next minute I knew he pulled the gun, the makeshift gun or something, or handmade gun, but I described it like an end of a stick. He pulled it and he was sort of like fiddling with it, trying to copy off it or something. And then he went like that with it, rattling it like when something comes up or something. He was doing like that, shaking it very violently. And the next minute I knew on bang. But where? We didn't know. I thought he was shooting randomly. So I said, let's go back to the restaurant. So going back to the restaurant, I'll go back to the restaurant, another shot. So between the first shot and the second shot, about 5 seconds maximum. Then, after the second shot, we waited about 30 seconds. I haven't timed something like that. No more than 30 seconds. Then we ventured down again. And then I thought, when you do the first shot and the second shot, it's like you have no fear. So we went to sort of like to go and help. As we went, he's already sort of like, that's what I thought, he calmly walked away towards the steps, down the steps and disappeared. Got there, turned round on my left hand side, and I saw, which later identified as Joe, Joe Cox. I saw a lady just sat on the floor like on the beach with her arms straight, or arms straight, and the arms like here, just resting here, and her knees up, blood all over her face, her hair was roughed up, blood all over her legs, and she wasn't sort of like making any noises or anything like that, but clearly she was in agony. She not sort of like moaning or anything, or screaming or anything like that. But
what was your reaction when you suddenly realised it was Joe? Because you know.
I just could, when I saw it, I just could not. You watch the news and you see, what's happening in the news and the international arena and everything, and you see that, you think, you're pinching yourself, am I watching TV? Or I could not, honestly, my first impression, it was a shock to me, honestly. I didn't know that I was watching TV or something to read. Honestly, now I'm talking to you, I don't know. I mean, probably it's going to kick up later. I mean, it's an awful thing. She's a lovely lady. She's absolutely lovely lady. She's very helpful. It's sad to see things like that happening. I think the procedures need to be tightened up next time. I mean, first there will be surgeries to be,
Can I just take you back a couple of steps though? When you saw the thing in his hand and you knew it was
the gun in it, yeah.
What went through your mind when you realised that was a gun?
I was watching what was going to happen next, because the man was restraining it during the shot. I was watching, I was hoping that he's going to, because he's bigger than him, this man is bigger than the other. I thought, next minute, it's like a film, that when you precipitate the film, I was seeing that person on the floor, I was seeing him on the floor, and that's it. He's going to take the gun of him. But the shot came out.
And the man who had the gun, what was he like?
He's middle, he's an old man, definitely. He's not a young lad. He's not a middle-aged man. He's 65, 70, something like that.
Could you see him calm or angry?
To me, it looks like he's got either previous convictions for burglaries or armed robberies, or he's got some kind of military training, because he's got what we call a mixture between calmness and rattleness. He's got that adrenaline sort of like of, but He's composing himself. There's some composure in him doing that.
So it was
not,
very deliberate. He knew what he was
he knew
doing.
what he was doing. I think when I went after the 2 shots and the police came, we went talking to the customers. I says, look, all I can think of is probably had surgery at the library, and the man has seen her before, and this time he came to meet her for not probably done something about what he wanted her to do, and basically came with the premeditation. This person has brought a gun with him. It's not sort of like a gun landed from the sky. He's planned it.
And how shocking is it that something happens in opposite Iceland?
Well, it's Birstall. It's a lovely little village. Otherwise, I wouldn't have invested, you know, in Birstall. It's very, very sad to really have this happen to Birstall. I hope it's not going to affect trade. You know, I feel sorry for the trade. They're going to bear the brunt, and I'm sure. I think you know, Birstall needs to be supported. I think I urge people to come and visit Birstall, not to let, you know, these terrorist acts overtaken our daily lives.
And the man with the gun, did you hear him say anything?
The man definitely was a white man. He was a British. Well, definitely he's English or yeah.
So you didn't hear him say anything?
Yeah, it's him. Yeah.
Because there's been reports that he was shouting.
He shouted
written
something, or
things.
shouted a slogan. Shouted.
No, he shouted something, but I couldn't make up what he did. He looked like, to me, he's an old man, but in that picture looks younger. So.
But let me ask you. I know you've described it already. Describe what he had in his hand. Describe the gun and what went through your head when you saw it.
The description I have made it to you is like, you know, an end of a stick shape of a gun.
But a homemade gun.
Homemade gun, definitely homemade gun, or an old-fashioned antique gun being altered or something to be operational. That's all I can think of.
But he's come here with the express intention.
Definitely. Why would you have a gun in your handbag in Birstall at 1 o'clock? Is that a coincidence? Why do you walk around with a gun? And an old-fashioned gun. So if you had a proper gun, probably you were a... Well, you've got flies on my shop. Probably you had permission to have a gun, a proper gun, then we can understand. And even though you don't brandish it at civilians, you know, to shoot.
When you saw that he had a gun, were you afraid the people there were afraid? When you saw the gun in his hand, were you afraid that the people there were afraid?
Of course, I was afraid that he may injure people, and I know there's something going to come next. You know, whether the gun going to work or not going to work, he's going to try to do something. But to be quite honest, it never thought in my mind that person wasn't going to be on the floor. I was seeing him on the floor because the other guy is bigger than him.
So it was just a chance he managed to get the shot off.
He's managed to get the shot off, and the guy was turned to the lady that she fought on the floor because he knows that everybody knows Joe. So I attend to her, and the other guy fled.
What are your feelings about Jo? She's a good woman.
Jo, to describe Jo, I met Jo, and she's. I mean, I even have correspondence with her in English. We had long discussions. She's a very smiley, bubbly face person. She's a very kind person, very respectable person. I think she represents the youth of this country. Young people in this country, definitely. I mean, Jo, she's got all the ingredients for the youth of this country. And shame that crazy lunatic person like that.
There you go, guys. I'm going to give you one final tour about the environment around the scene.
Where she was leading out.
gorgeous day, guys. Obviously, unfortunately, these things have happened. That's pretty much it, guys. So I want to thank you for watching. The rest you'd be able to watch on BBC News or Sky News with updates throughout the day. Thanks for watching, guys. Give us a follow, outandaboutproductionsuk.com. Please search us on Facebook and you'll be able to see a lot more. That was the interview, just by the way, from the witness who saw the attack. As I say, she's just come out of that library, was given a speech, and then unfortunately this has happened. So I'm going to end it now, guys. So yeah.